All right, we're back for our last session of Dear before spring break. As we know, Star was just talking about her Tumblr page, the Khalil I Know, and other people have started posting about Khalil. As we see here, they've uploaded artwork of him, posted pictures of him that they show in the news, and Star thinks she's reblogged everyone. So let's see what happens next and how people continue to cope and find their voice. Sometimes we don't speak, but we can speak through images and the message that we send out to the world. So she's still finding the strength to use her voice, but she's sending her message in other ways. It's funny though, somebody posted a video clip of Tupac from back in the day. Okay, so every video clip of Tupac is from back in the day. He's got a little kid on his lap and is wearing a backwards snapback. That would be a fly now, or that would be fly now. He explains thug life, Khalil said, or he explains thug life like Khalil said he did. The hate you give little infants F's everybody. Pac spells out Fucks because that kid is looking dead in his face. When Khalil told me what it meant, I kind of understood it, but I really understand it now. So that idea of the hate you put out in society, so what we teach our kids will come back and bite us in the butt in the end. So let's try and send that message of kindness and actions speak louder than words when we're young so that people continue to do the right things as they age. I grab my old laptop when my phone buzzes on my desk. Mama returned it earlier. Hallelujah, thank you, Black Jesus. She said it's only in case there's another situation at school. I got it back though. I don't really care why. I'm hoping it's a text from Kenya. I sent her the link to my new Tumblr earlier. Thought she'd like to see it since she kind of pushed me to do it. But it's Chris. He took note from 7 with his all caps text. OMG, this Fresh Prince episode. Will's dad didn't take him with him. He's coming back again and left him again. Now he's having a breakdown with Uncle Phil. My eyes are sweating. Understandable. That's seriously the saddest episode ever. I text Chris back. Sorry. And your eyes aren't sweating. You're crying, babe. He replies. Lies, I say. You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't gotta lie. He responds. Did you really use a line from Friday on me? So watching 90s movies is kind of our thing too, I text back. Yep, he replies. Bye, Felicia. So references to movies, and as you know, the movie Friday and Bye, Felicia from what is it, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I take the laptop to Seven's room, phone in hand in case Chris has another Fresh Prince breakdown. Some reggae chants meet me in the hall, followed by Kendrick Lamar rapping about being a hypocrite. Seven sits on the side of the lower bunk, an open computer tower at his feet. With his head down, his dreads hang loosely and make a curtain in front of his face. Devante sits cross-legged on the floor. His afro bobs to the song. A zombie version of Steve Jobs watches them from a poster on the wall, along with all these superheroes and Star Wars characters. There's a Slytherin comforter on the bottom bunk that I swear I'll steal one day. Seven and I are reverse Harry Potter fans. We like the movies first, then the books. I got Khalil and Natasha, I had a little tickle. I got Khalil and Natasha hooked on them too. Mama found the first movie for $1 at a thrift store back when we lived in the Cedar Grove projects. Seven and I said we were Slytherins since almost all Slytherins were rich. When you're a kid in a one bedroom in the projects, rich is the best thing anybody can be. Seven removes a silver box from the computer and examines it. It's not even that old. What are you doing? I ask. Big D asked me to fix his computer. It needs some new DVD drives. He burnt his out making all them bootlegs. My brother is the unofficial Garden Heights tech guy. Old ladies, hustlers, and everybody in between pay him to fix their computers and phones. He makes good money like that too. A black garbage bag leans against the foot of the bunk bed with some clothes sticking out of the top of it. Somebody put it over the fence and left it in our front yard. Seven, Sakani, and I found it when we came home from the store. We thought it may have been Devante's, but Seven looked inside and everything in it belonged to him. The stuff he had at his mama's house. He called Aisha. She said she was putting him out. King told her to. Seven, I'm sorry. It's okay, Star, but she shouldn't have. I said it's okay. He glances up at me. All right, don't sweat it. All right. I say as my phone vibrates. I hand Devante the laptop and look. Still no response from Kenya. Instead, it's a text from Maya. Are you mad at us? What's this for? Devante asks, staring at the laptop. Daddy wants you to have it, but he said let Seven check it out first. I tell him as I reply to Maya. What do you think? What he want me to have it for? Devante asks. Maybe he wants to see if you actually know how to operate one, I tell him. I know how to use a computer, Devante says. He hits Seven, who's snickering. My phone buzzes 3 times. Maya's responded. Definitely mad. Can the 3 of us talk? Things have been awkward lately. Typical Maya. If Haley and I have had any kind of disagreement, she tries to fix it. She is to know this won't be a kumbaya moment, I reply. Okay, we'll let you know when I'm back at my uncle's. Gunshots fire at rapid speed in the distance. I flinch. Machine guns, Daddy says. Folks acting like this I ran or something. No cussing, Daddy, Sakani says from the den. Sorry, man. I'll add $1 to the jar. 2, you said the G blank D word. All right. So again, we see that here, the blank machine guns. All right. 2, Star, come to the kitchen for a second. In the kitchen, Mama speaks in her other voice in the phone. Yes, ma'am. We want the same thing. She sees me. And here's my lovely daughter now. Could you hold, please? So again with code switching. She covers the receiver. It's the DA, so the district attorney. She would like to talk to you this week. Definitely not what I expected. Oh, yeah, Mama says. So district attorney again, guys, sorry, just a backstep. This is the main, we'll say a fancy police officer trying to get the information from Star. Yeah, Mama says, look, baby, if you're not comfortable with it, I am. I glance at Daddy. He nods. I can do it. Oh, she says, looking from me to Daddy and back. Okay, as long as you're sure. I think we should meet up with Miss Alford right first, though. Possibly take her up on her offer to represent you. Definitely, Daddy says. I don't trust them folks at the DA office. So how about we see her tomorrow and meet with the DA later on this week, Mama asks. I grab another slice of pizza and take a bite. It's cold now, but cold pizza is the best pizza. So, 2 days of no school? Oh, you're going to school, she says. And did you eat any salad while you're eating all that pizza? I've had veggies, these little bitty peppers. They don't count when they're that little. Yeah, they do. If babies can count as humans when they're little, veggies can count as veggies when they're little. That logic ain't working with me. So we'll meet with Miss Ofra tomorrow and the DA on Wednesday. Sound like a plan? Yeah, except the school part. Mama uncovers the phone. Sorry for the delay. We can come in on Wednesday morning. In the meantime, tell your boys, the mayor and the police chief to get them tanks out of my neighborhood, Daddy says loudly. Mama swats at him, but he's going down the hall. Claim folks need to act peaceful, but rolling through here like we in some war. $2, Daddy Sakani says. When Mama hangs up, I say it wouldn't kill me to miss 1 day of school. I don't want to be there if they try that protest mess again. I wouldn't be surprised if Remy tried to get a whole week off because of Khalil. I need 2 days, that's all. Mama raises her brows. Okay, 1.5, please. She takes a deep breath and lets it out slowly. We'll see. But not a word of this to your brothers, you hear me? Basically, she said yes without saying yes outright. I can deal with that. Pastor Eldridge once preached that faith isn't just believing, but taking steps towards that belief. So when my alarm goes off Tuesday morning, by faith, I don't get up, believing that Mama won't make me go to school. And to quote Pastor Eldridge, hallelujah, God shows up and shows out. Mama doesn't make me get up. I stay in bed, listening as everybody else gets ready for the day. Sakani makes it his business to tell Mama I'm not up yet. Don't worry about her, she says. Worry about yourself. The TV in the den blares. It's a morning news show, and Mama hums around the house. When Khalil and 115 are mentioned, the volume lowers a whole lot and doesn't go back up until a political story comes on. My phone buzzes under my pillow. I take it out and look. Kenya finally texted me back about my new Tumblr. She would make me wait for hours for a response, and her comment is short. It's all right. Again, this is a comment about the page, the Khalil I know. I roll my eyes. That's about as close as I'm going to get to a compliment from her. I text back. I love you too. Her response, I know. She's so petty. Part of me wonders, though, if she didn't respond last night because of drama at her house. Daddy said King's still beating Aisha up, and sometimes he hits Kenya in lyric too. Kenya's not the type to talk about it like that, so I ask, everything okay? The usual, she writes back. Short, but it says enough. There isn't much I can do, so I just remind her, I'm here if you need me. Her response, you better be. See? Petty. Here's the messed up part about missing school. You wonder what you would be doing if you went. At 8, I figured Chris and I would just be getting to history since it's our first class on Tuesdays. I sent him a quick text. Won't be at school today. 2 minutes later, he replies, Are you sick? Need me to kiss it and make it better? Wink, wink. He seriously typed wink, wink instead of 2 wink emojis. I'll admit I smile. I write back, What if I'm contagious? He says, Doesn't matter. I'll kiss you anywhere. Wink, wink. I reply, Is that another line? He responds in less than a minute. It's whatever you want it to be. Love you, fresh princess. Pause. That L word completely catches me off guard, like a player from the other team stealing the ball right as you're about to make a layup. It takes all of your momentum, and you spend a week wondering how that steal slipped up on you. Yeah, Chris saying love you is like that, except I can't waste a week wondering about it by not answering. I'm answering if that makes sense. The shot clock is winding down, and I need to say something. But what? By not saying I before love you, he's making it more casual. Seriously, love you and I love you are different. Same team, different players. Love you isn't as forward or aggressive as I love you. Love you can slip up on you, sure, but it doesn't make an in your face slam dunk. More like a nice jump shot. 2 minutes pass. I need to say something. Love you too. It's as foreign as a Spanish word I haven't learned yet, but funny enough, it comes pretty easily. I get a wink emoji in return. So a pretty pivotal moment there. We have a couple minutes left on our timer. I just want to remind you that next week is spring break, so there won't be any Dear sessions. If you would like to use the information that we've been hearing from the Hate U Give, you have a few lab projects out there. That's the Novel Study Lab project for the love of learning. And I also added a couple extras. There's a perspective writing challenge where you get to step into the shoes of either the officer or Khalil the night of the actual shooting and writing a diary entry about what happened, or you can respond to the Hate U Give. There's a couple lab projects there to look for. So please make sure you are earning your credit. It has been a wonder trying to get through this art of virtual Dear. I miss the energy I get from reading to you guys and hearing your questions, but I hope you've been able to make sense of Star and her adventures. We'll find out what happens as she's finding the power to speak up when we return from spring break. Have a wonderful day, guys. Stay safe. Wash your hands. We'll see you soon.